From the home of many a title run and one of the NFL's most successful franchises, you're looking live at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Coming up, we have a good one for you between the visiting team and the New England Patriots. Andres Borregales ready to get us started. And we're off from Foxborough. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10.
Ready? 19, Tiger, 19, Tiger. Warriors, 17, 19 tight, 19 tight, 7 Pirates, 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats.
Throwing to start this game. Connection made to the rookie from Iowa. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
So a fresh set of downs now from the 39.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
They give up the gut to Bigsby. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
18,
pass play now. Hits him on the out route. And this is near the first down, but they need 1 more yard now to get it. 3rd down at the 29.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs. His legs giving this opening drive some extra legs, partner. Good enough there to pick up the first.
Yeah, and I think that's good, Kate, because nobody on that sideline wanted to kick a field goal right there. You reach this part of the field, you want to go finish with 6.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready? Cowboy 80. Ready?
Another carry for him. And he's going to get forward for a gain of about 7 on that run. It's 2nd down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. 77 Wolves. Ready?
They run it with Saquon Barkley. He makes it in for the touchdown. Eagles take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. And it only took these guys 1 series to find a major opening in that defense, Brock. Might have saved them some work in finishing that series, too.
Gives them a signature play to end that drive, and you know this in the NFL. For an explosive run for a touchdown, it takes everybody. Everybody up front doing their job, the receivers on the perimeter. That was just job well done.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Return coming from the 6. And he's brought down just inside the 25. First call here coming from the shotgun. First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
Connecting on the slant. And he's tackled after a nice pickup, but we've got a flag down. This could wipe that play away. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond.
Get out here, you go. Hey, what's up? Crazy. Hey, five.
Operating from the gun, here's May. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Still 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line.
Hey, what's up?
May now on 3rd down. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there. The Patriots have their punting unit out. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. He's got this at the 27. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down.
At their own 35-yard line.
Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Shutting on the ground here with Barkley. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47.
Pirates. Here we go. Shot. 70 Lions. Hurt. 60 Bobcats.
Back to throw. Short pass caught by his tight end. And they're on him to send him out right before he gets to that 30-yard line. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down. Well, they connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series, and he's the one driving it.
After the incompletion, still at that 31-yard line, 2nd and 10.
60, 19 Lions. The Eagles. 70 Rangers. Trap 60. Mustang 19.
Looking in the air here. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
First down, Eagles.
Let's go now. 18 Cardinal. Bronco 80. Warriors 70.
From the red zone now. Has him on the quick hitter. And he will take this in. Touchdown. The Eagles get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. For the point after, here's Aubrey. The point after splits the uprights. And the Eagles drive out to an early 14-0 lead.
Patriots, nothing.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Good field position for the Patriots as they get set for 1st and 10.
Crazy! Crazy!
From the gun, it's May. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Darren Stingley Jr. And the Eagles take over after forcing the first turnover of this ballgame.
You know, I can still hear the call all the way up in the booth. Okey! That's what that whole defense screams after an interception, and you see everybody getting involved. That nearly went for a house call. Just an incredible effort by that offense to run it down.
And he runs this one in for the touchdown. The Eagles pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown.
Kate, to put this first quarter in perspective a little bit, add a little context. You know what the single-season rushing touchdown record is? 28. 28 in 17 games. Well, LT did in 16 back in the day, but he's got 2 already here in the first quarter.
Aubrey good on the point after. And the Eagles push their lead to 21-zip already.
Patriots nothing.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Return starts at the 3. Good work so far. He's got room. A little revenge from the coverage team there after they gave up a pretty nice run back.
32-yard line.
First and 10 from the 32. They'll run it with Travion Henderson. Oh, a lot of effort there, partner, but no results. He fought through that one stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10.
The 32-yard line.
Hey, 5. Hey, what's up, crazy? Go get him. Alert, please.
May now from the gun. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target. Not on the same page with his tight end. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Still 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line.
Crazy. Hey, here goes son. Hey, what's up? Hey, 5.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Ryan Rico headed back out for the punt. And he's getting the call for the 2nd time this game. Takes it in at the 26. And he didn't quite break it, but still an excellent return that gets him up near midfield. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10.
Come on, let's go.
They'll start this one out with Barkley. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Check smash. 79 Broncos. Mustang 19. Panther 11.
Back to throw now. It's caught. It's Saquon Barkley. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play as well as a new set of downs.
He just made a difficult throw to the outside look elementary, Kate, and that's not easy. The placement, excellent. And it helped set his target up to put some more yards on that stat sheet.
7 Pirates.
Running back sent in motion.
60 Bobcats. Let go.
Throwing now on 1st down. Short pass brought in. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or with big tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, gets good coverage, contested catches, they really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
19 tight, 19 tight. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Buffalo 18, 19 Lion.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Completed over the middle. Scooped up by the Patriots. Their offense going to take over a much better field position as they get a bunch on that fumble return.
And there is nothing like a defense taking the ball away for you. Right? It's all about the ball. It's all about, you hear me preach that all the time. Get the ball back. Well, they get the ball back with a little extra bonus on that return as well.
Fits it through the middle. And they're going to bring him down just after he crosses the 50. We've hit the end of one in this showdown between two of the league's best. It's the Eagles soaring to an early lead. More from Gillette Stadium in just a minute. Back and ready now for the second quarter. It's Patriots football. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. Went in there full steam ahead, but he ran out of steam pretty quickly. No gain on that one.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday, but doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Staying on the ground here with Henderson. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
He was brought down by
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets him just as many yards as a short completion would have.
Crazy. Eddie, what's up? Crazy. Crazy.
May now, 3rd and 2. Escapes the pocket. Making the call himself. And he's going to have the first down as he slides to a halt.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Henderson here from the gun. He's got to gain a 6 there. Keely Ringo making the play.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
2nd and 3.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. May off the play fake. He rolls to his right. Tried to connect, but it lines up incomplete.
I think I got the same thought bubble as all the fans in the stands with that one. You just got to tuck it. Don't try to force the issue. You're out there in the open space. Put your head down and go get the first.
Seventh play of the drive. Offense facing 3rd and 3. To throw, here's May. Complete beyond the marker. And he's out of bounds on a gain that takes him into the red zone, Brock, inside the 15. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Crazy, crazy, crazy. Now here we go, throw.
Working inside the red zone. On the move, headed right. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
Kate, I got to believe he hearkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
Again, it's May. He brings it in. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into first and goal.
Gain of 10 yards.
Offense in the hurry up here.
Patriots, first down. First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Henderson goes the wrong way. He's going to lose several here. That goose egg up on the scoreboard, Brock, that is not going away anytime soon if they keep having plays like that.
They really need something. An injection of energy here. Nothing will take the spark out of a series quite like getting stuck for a loss.
Working now from the gun. Buys time, rolling right. And he has it in the end zone for the New England touchdown. The Patriots fighting back and shaving 6 off that lead. One after is good by Borregales. And the Patriots get it back to a 14-point game.
Patriots 7. Andy Borregales to kick
Now
off.
Borregales on to send it away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal, 18, 19 tight, 19 tight. Buffalo 18, 19 Lions. Ready?
They'll throw to begin this drive. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Okay, this defense finally said enough, ripped up that script. They have seen him be way too productive. Time to start fighting him for every single throw.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing now out of the shotgun. Complete over the middle. Ooh, and he is cracked at the tail end of that play. A good hit, but sure would have loved for it to have come earlier as he gets forward a bunch and gets him the first down. Offense in a hurry up here.
It's a gain of 23 yards. And the Buenos Aires first down.
Mustang 19, grab 50. Ready?
Shotgun snap. They'll throw. Hits his running back. And this one doesn't go far.
Dude, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. When one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Ready, ready.
Still sticking with the passing game. Forced out to his right. And the coverage just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
I'll give this quarterback credit. He bought as much time as he could, but eventually the only option left was to throw it away.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. Timeout taken by the Patriots. They're 1st to 3. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down.
Let's go now. 6 Cougar 19. Viking 18.
3rd and long for him here. Finds his back. Here's Barkley. And they get this down to the 28. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio, this guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
Go.
Throwing from the gun here. That's goes for the touchdown. The Eagles stretch their lead to a 3-score advantage. It's a Devontae Smith touchdown. Well, Brock, not much to say other than the fact that this offense on point. They're just clicking today.
Just rolling. I mean, this is clinic. This is what I call teaching tape. Being well prepared, and more importantly, going out there and executing at a high level.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. To return this, Marcus Jones. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Starting on the ground with Henderson. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. He made it 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 32-yard line.
Quick throw completed by May. And in a blink, they are off to midfield before somebody manages to stop him.
Gain of 18.
Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Crazy! Crazy! What's that? Ready, what's that?
May escapes the pocket. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. Back to the air. It's May. Chased out to his right. Will get it complete to Travion Henderson. And he's taken down, but he's got it to the 29. They got 21 yards on the play. And the Patriots will have a 1st down.
And the Patriots, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Shotgun handoff to Henderson. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
Hey, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Crazy! Crazy!
Operating from the gun, here's May. Escapes the pocket. Now here he goes. That's a pickup of 9. And that's a New England 1st down.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the 1st down.
Setting up the screen with Henderson. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Hey, you like these results on 1st. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
May now from the gun. This one's caught. And he's going to manage 3 for them on the play. Stopped just a little bit shy of the marker. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now. Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. Well, the negative play makes it even easier to decline that flag. That's going to bring up 4th down. So now on 4th down, Andres Borregales leading the Pats field goal team out for a try. This only a chip shot from the right hash. Borregales connects, and it gets a fraction closer as the lead's down to 18.
That's tremendous execution right there. Really using every bit of time they had left in a methodical drive, paying off with points. And remember, they'll get the ball to start the second half as well.
So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends our half, or if we get a play from scrimmage, as this one's away. Power squib kick is taken in. And somehow they reach the end zone with no time remaining in the half. Well, when it's set up perfectly, Brock, and you get an exciting return man back there fielding it, wow, there are not many plays in football more exciting than taking a kick back for 6.
Find those blockers, follow those blockers, and then step on the gas. So simple for me to describe, yet so tough to execute on the field.
That one splits the uprights, and the Eagles grow their lead yet again. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Fields this one at the 3. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10. From the gun, it's May. To the ground it goes. That's incomplete.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you got to count on those being efficient and effective.
Second and 10, still at the 28. Design run here for May. They're working a couple yards past the line. Derek Stingley putting that play to bed.
I can promise you, that's not what it looked like on the practice field nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that. But let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
It has been a tough slog for them to keep up at any point in this game. And failing to convert on that 3rd down, yet another symptom of the overall illness of the day.
He fields this at the 18. That's a nice running on that return. He gets it up past the 35. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line. 1st and 10. Running left. This is Barkley. He's out in the clear. Has a hole left. Room to run. And that is a touchdown. The Eagles push their lead further to start the half. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground.
Okay, we hear week after week how hard it is to run the football at the NFL level, and it is. But this guy today, he's making it look easy, and they rarely do that from the running back position.
That one right down the middle. And the Eagles continue piling on to this lead. Aubrey now to kick this one away. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. And he gets it up beyond the 20, but boy, did they plant him a few inches into the ground at the end of that run.
21-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Here's May to the air. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Lone back gets the handoff. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short 3rd down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
Now, 1st down only gets about a yard here, and the defender there to force him out. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Complete to Diggs out left. For a second, we both thought he'd get the first, but he winds up being just shy of it. Gain of 8, 3rd down.
I really like the timing of that screen call to the perimeter. Get the ball in space to operate and turns into a nice gain.
May now to throw on 3rd. They find it. What a hit, and the ball's loose. And the Eagles get to it. And that right there is going to be the spot they take over as they pick up a couple extra yards on the fumble return.
You know what separates good defenses from great? Good defenses find a way to get off the field. Great defenses find a way to take the ball away. What a great play to set their offense up with some mojo.
And he's across midfield into Patriot territory. Offense to the line fast.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Patriots' 45-yard line.
18 Rattler. 18 Pioneer. 60.
Throwing it on 2nd down. On the move, headed right. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down.
That may not look like much, and on tomorrow's grade sheet, it'll just be an S for satisfactory, but that's a good decision. Know where to go with the ball, and don't put it in harm's way.
He
gets it out left, and it's caught. And they are on him short of that 1st down. They responded quickly to that throw. That brings up 4th down.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line. You feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
Ready?
Well, apparently a little too long to run the field goal unit out. The offense staying put to go for it.
Quick, 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Buffalo 18. 19 tight, 19 tight.
They're going to try to throw for it. Got it. That's going to be a 1st and more. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. They hit for 16 yards on 4th down and a drive a lot of us thought had stalled out. He's going to carry on. All set now. 1st and 10.
Here we go. Set. 65. Panther 60. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers. Let go.
Trying to throw this from the gun. Finds his back complete. And we might be close to this lead growing again. That play gives him a 1st and goal.
Okay, I know exactly what's going to happen. I've seen it once. I've seen it hundreds of times. Next week on the practice field, this running back's going to say, see, I'm not just a running back. I can play receiver. And you receivers, you couldn't do my job, but I just showed you I could do yours.
70 Lions. Ready, ready?
Working inside the red zone. And cut in the end zone for the touchdown. The Eagles grow their lead off the turnover. Drake London with the touchdown. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Bronk. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Here's a return from the 7.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
New England bringing the offense to the line. 1st and 10.
Ready. Set, hut.
Now a give running right. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
2nd and 6 at the 26-yard line.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6.
Here we go. Set. 60 red. 60 red. Set.
Back to the well again. And he's going to get this one at the 36-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
Danger, Kate. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
Okay, right?
They've got 1st down here from the 36.
Let's go. Red, 38.
Here's the backup. 1st throw. Dumps it off to his running back. And he'll get it up to the 44.
The 1st down pass. Complete to number 26. A 7-yard
2nd and 3 now.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 44-yard line.
Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. The Patriots have it. 1 quarter to play in what's been a rough outing for them. 2nd and 3 now. Anderson's going to take this straight ahead. He's going to go down right along midfield stripe. They get 6 and a 1st down as well.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later, for that next 3rd down coming.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
Ready, ready. 45, white.
Now he'll throw off the play fake. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he's hauled out of bounds as he takes this down to the 30. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And the Patriots will have a 1st down.
At the 30-yard line.
22 needle. Come on, set. Set, go.
Trying an inside give to Henderson. The bounce outside, he is a little bit there, about 3 yards. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
At the 26. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Sticking with Henderson. And they're going to bring him down as he makes it all the way to the 12. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's a New England 1st down.
That result right there is why coaches all across all levels of football on defense talk about good, solid tackling, Kate. It's not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when you can bring a guy down, you're able to and keep them from piling on those yards.
Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.